So in my last video, I talked about the 5 things that I loved about the Renault Clio RS 200. And I thought, in the interest of fairness, I will make a video and tell you about the 5 things that I hate. However, I'm having problems because there actually isn't 5 things that I hate about this car. And try as I might, I've been racking my brains thinking of 5 things that I genuinely dislike about the car, and there isn't really too much. The things that I'm going to talk about really aren't things that I hate, they're just little niggles that maybe get on my nerves a little bit. So this is probably going to be quite a short video really. So let me think. Number 5, what do I really dislike about this car? God, this is a difficult one. Okay, a little thing, but the cruise control is down here in the center console. Don't know why they didn't put it here. I'm sure it would have been really easy just to put here, but being down there, it's just a bit of an annoyance. You've got to feel around for it. Cruise control works fine, but why put it there? Doesn't make any sense. It could have gone there. Little thing, but you know, like I say, I'm clutching at straws here. Number 4, down here you've got a little drinks holder. The only problem is, even though you can fit maybe a can of drink in there, obviously in this day and age you might want to go to Costa or Starbucks and get a coffee, and that won't fit under there. And so it's a little bit annoying. But in 2009, you know, there wasn't the craze of going to Starbucks and Costa and having your coffee, so maybe, you know, maybe that was a thing. Don't know. Number 3, let me think. Right, these RS floor mats. The RS floor mats, they won't connect to the floor, and they slide forward really easy, and when they slide forward they actually get caught underneath the pedals, so they lift with the pedals, and it gives it a really weird feeling, and obviously it's not right and it shouldn't happen. Obviously I could take the floor mats out, but if anyone's ever tried to clean a car without floor mats, it just makes it a hell of a lot more difficult. So so I'm leaving them in. But every so often, every hour or two that I'm in the car, I've got to get the floor mats and I've just got to pull them back to the seat to stop them sticking under the pedals. You can see I'm really stretching here. I'm really stretching. So that's number 3. Number 2. Okay. One thing that is common with this car, and I only found this out yesterday when I was looking at the differences between the 200 and the 197, is when this car is cold, when you start off, it does jump and sort of stutter a little bit, not for long, just for the first 30 seconds until the car's actually warmed up. Now, I thought it was just this car, but when I was doing the research into the 200, quite a few people actually mentioned that it was the same with theirs, and somebody says, oh, I see that it hasn't lost the trait from the 197 of sort of jumping and being stuttering from a cold start. So this is obviously not something which is specific to my car. It obviously happens to quite a few cars. And we're on a 60 mile an hour road and doing 25 miles an hour, which is all great. So that's number 2, the stuttering when it's cold. Right, number 1, and this is a fair complaint, I think, and most people have picked this up on it, so I'm going to mention it, and that is the fuel economy. I mentioned it in the previous video that I did on my 6 monthly review, which cut out right at the end for some bizarre reason, and I don't know, so I apologise for that. However, I did mention it about the fuel economy. Now, me driving to work, I'm getting 33, 34 to the gallon. That is taking it really easy. obeying all the speed limits, sat at 50 miles an hour in the average speed limit roads. I still can't get over 33, 34 miles to the gallon. Now, like I say, this is my fun car, so it's not a major drama, and I don't use it that often for work. However, obviously, a lot of cars in this segment nowadays that are turbocharged, as much as the engines aren't going to sound or be as much fun as this, they're going to be seriously more economical than this. And I would imagine in something like a newer Fiesta ST that's got the 1.6 litre turbocharged engine, it will probably on the same run probably touch 45 to the gallon. So that is my only real gripe about this car, in so much of something that I hate. The rest are all little things which I've just been grabbing at to try and do, you know, to make a fair comparison. But the one thing that I really dislike about this car is the fuel economy. And that's probably the only thing that sets it back as well when it comes to the fact of using it daily. Like I said in the first video, in the things that I love, you could easily use this car as a daily, with it being practical and comfortable and whatever. However, one thing which would knock that back a little bit would be the fuel economy. But apart from that, that was pretty much the only thing that I could come up with. So hope you enjoyed it. If you don't agree, or if you do agree, leave a comment, and it'll be interesting to see if you've got any dislikes or gripes about your Clio RS 200. So thanks for watching.